moving on to the last team now without a captain currently in the NHL, and that's the Seattle Kraken. Personally, I don't think they will name a captain this season, but there are a few names that would make sense. Case, who do you think could be the next captain of the Seattle Kraken?
Honestly, if I had the pick, and it might sound weird, but if I had the pick, I would pick Adam Larsson to be the captain, the first captain of this team. He was an early entry to the team. He has been an A for the last 7 years or something like that in the NHL. He's been a leader in Sweden as well. He kind of is the rock on defense for them right now currently, and he's another guy he only has a 3-year contract currently. So you have him as a captain for 3 years, and then who knows what happens to him after that. And then you've got some options. You've got Matty Beniers, you've got Shane Wright, and whoever else is coming into the system by that time. So I think you kind of pick a captain because this franchise needs one. You've been through a full year. It's time to pick someone to be the first captain. I think Adam Larsson kind of fits that bill. And then he's only locked in 3 years, so you can give it to one of the young guys then.
Yeah, just one thing I will have to correct you on. They have had a captain, but it was short tenured.
Oh, right. Gio.
It was Mark Giordano. I
totally forgot about that because it was so short-lived.
It was for 3 months.
So you've already had one, then throw it to Adam Larsson. Who cares?
See, I was thinking because they had Gio, they already had a captain that was so short-term. I don't think they envisioned flipping him at the deadline. I think they just got, offers that were intriguing, because I don't think you name a captain just to flip him. I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But to me, that was weird. But I figured because they already had a captain who was short tenured and they flipped, maybe you just hold off. Maybe you don't need somebody. Maybe you don't have to do something like that again, because Seattle's still in a position where, their future, this season, is kind of uncertain. They don't know where they're going to finish. And, the rebuild is going well, and they're going to be a competitive team in the next, 3 years or so, once guys like Matty Beniers and Shane Wright and whoever they draft this year and the next year start to develop and make an impact in the league. So I don't think it makes sense for them to name a captain just yet. I think the one that makes the most sense is one of those two guys, Matty Beniers or Shane Wright. I think it has to be Shane Wright, in my opinion. But I mean, we've heard some rumblings about his attitude problems, so I don't know if there's any merit in that. But I think those are your franchise cornerstones, and why cheapen it again by naming a captain for another short tenure? Why not just wait for these guys to bloom into your franchise's best players? That's what I think makes the most sense.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of, that makes sense to me, but that's also just not the way Vegas went about it either. So it's who knows with these new franchises.
Yeah. The thing is with Vegas,
I'm kind of just fine with them throwing around a captaincy compared to Montreal or Anaheim making a captain before you're really sure about it. It's those teams have a history of good captains and important captains. Even Arizona, for me, it's I don't want to throw that around, but they had OEL as a buffer, so it's kind of okay now. But I don't know. I'm fine with making 6 captains before we have Shane Wright be the captain of Seattle. It's who cares?
Yeah, fair enough. That's one way to look at it. I just thought, I don't know. The fact that they did it to Giordano, to me, was just weird. And I don't know if that's how they're going to operate moving forward, or if they kind of just learn from that. So I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see.
I thought that was so weird, I erased it from my brain. So
yeah, exactly.